Boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to set these drivers loose for another evening of wild racing action here from Limaland Motorsports Park. As these drivers get ready to rock and roll, they get ready to go to battle here this evening for another great night of racing action as the pro late models are ready to rock and roll. They are ready to duke it out here in this one in just a few more moments. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, chat. This is going to be another wicked race. We saw these drivers duke it out in battle all evening long yesterday, and we're back again here today for some more awesome racing. This is going to get fun. This is going to get very interesting in a quick hurry as Limaland Motorsports Park, such a unique racetrack where so many different variants go into each and every single lap. Then it be the slickness of the racetrack, the different lines, the outside wall, the bumpiness down through the corners. Anything can happen. Anything can make these cars lose control at any moment's notice, as we will get ready to rock and roll in just a few more seconds here as practice coming to a close. We're going to get ready to rock and roll and right in to our first heat race of the evening here in just a few more moments. Yo, Dylan Stevenson, Dylan coming in showing the love, says hello there. Is that Obi-Wan Kenobi? Hello there. Dylan coming in with the like on the stream. Casey Duran, my boy Casey coming in showing the love with the heart reaction as well. How are you, Casey? Casey coming in showing the love here in this one as well as we get ready to set these drivers loose for night number 2 of the Montana iRacing League here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Oh, chat, we're in for a treat here in this one. I'm going to tell you right now that this is going to be a good time. This is going to be a lot of fun. Pro late models here at Limaland Motorsports Park. We're going to see some great racing action. These drivers are really going to be duking it out consistently all evening long here in these pro late models. And then we have a little bit of sprint car action afterwards. A little sprint car action in our second broadcast of the night here for the Montana iRacing League. So things going to be very interesting here for us. Things are going to be very wild, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good time, and I hope you guys are ready for another amazing show here in this one. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube as we get ready to set these drivers loose. Practice coming to a close. We're going to see that checkered flag fly here on the practice session in heat race number 1. Going to load into the sim, and who is going to pick up the win? It's TJ Martin, my boy TJ coming in with that heart reaction. How are you, TJ? TJ coming in showing the love here in this one. Dylan says, I'm not going to race the sprints tonight due to I have to tie-dye some shirts. You got to tie-dye some shirts. Hey, listen, brother. Send me a tie-dyed shirt. I'll wear a tie-dyed shirt on stream. I'd prefer a sweater. If you can get like a white hoodie and tie-dye it, oh, I'd wear it. I'd wear it all day. Throw your logo on there or something. I'd do it. I'd wear it. I'm down to support. Come on now. I like free merch. Everyone likes freebies. Come on now. No, I'm just kidding. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get these drivers loaded in and ready to rock and roll here as we get these drivers ready to be set loose here on the evening. Starting on the pole in the number 86 machine is the BBI ride. That is Patrick Lemire. To his outside, that is Casey Durand in the 43C. Starting in position number 3 in the 5H, it is the Cocky Fluid Consulting Dirty South Speed Shop Speed Ranch number 5H of Chris Hill. To his outside in the 79 ride, that is Dalton Stevenson. And then we see Vernon Hill in the 5.6 Graphics number 1H, and Caden Back bringing up the rear of the field as we are quickly green flag racing here in heat race number 1. Patrick Lemire out in front trying to run away with this one, is right there in tow. Casey Durant trying to stay right there with him as here comes Chris Hill trying to take a peek down low of the 43 machine. Vernon Hill in the JR1 Motorsports ride, the Red Rocket down the bottom side here of quarter number 3, trying to work himself underneath of Dalton Stevenson for position number 4 is Dalton trying to get hooked up here on that extreme high side. You see Chris Hill now trying that high side himself, and he may lose position number 3 3 because of it. Right now, this racetrack looks very bottom to middle side dominant. That high side not really all the way worked in here as it is very tacky all around the racetrack. And you see Chris Hill get up into the outside wall there ever so slightly. And he's going to lose position number 4 now to Vernon Hill as well. As Patrick Lemire out in front, he has set sail out to a 1-second lead now between himself and our second place driver. The 43C of Casey Durand is Durand there in position number 2, getting very tight there through that first and second corner, and that's going to open up the door. Dalton Stevenson around the outside of the 43 ride is going to work himself up into position number 2. So Dalton Stevenson on the move to the front of the field here. Now he's got to make up this big gap, 1.2 seconds between himself and our race leader, Patrick Lemire. Casey Durand trying to battle back here in position number 3 is Vernon Hill right there in position number 4 and looking for more. Chris Hill back there in position number 5 in the 5 ride, and Caden back in the 50B, bringing up the rear of the field. As out in front, Patrick Lemire continuing to click these laps off, lap by lap by lap, looking to try to pick up the first heat race win of the evening as he sees that white flag fly. One more time around here is down out of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway for the final time here in heat race number 1 out of corner number 4. It's all Patrick Lemire here in heat race number 1. Dalton Stevenson, Vernon Hill, Casey Durand, Chris Hill, and Caden back, bringing up the rear of the field here in heat race number 1. My boy DJ says, love your enthusiasm every stream, bro. I got you, TJ. We always pumped with enthusiasm. It's always going to be amazing, amazing action here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Whether or not we see 20 cautions, 20 cars, or 20 viewers, I don't care what we got. We're gonna have a good time no matter what. No matter what, we're having a good time here on the broadcast. Dylan says green and purple so I can sell them at the racetrack. Let's go, brother. That's what's up right there. That's what's up. Hey, you guys do what you gotta do, my boy. Race car parts are very expensive as we get ready here for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole in the number 77 machine is the 3D Racing West Side Signs. House of Speed, number 77 machine, that is Warren Samoy. To his outside in the Tri-City Speed machine, number 54 ride, that is Joseph Brooks. And down the bottom side of row number 2, it's the Pacer Signs and Designs, and number 32, that is Pacer Popham. To his outside in the 62 machine, that is Dylan Stevenson. And then we see PJ Popham and the Dusty Popham Realty, Pacer Signs and Designs, Flawless Auto Body, number 2 ride, and Patches Be Fast, bringing up the rear of the field in that 85 machine. And 6 more drivers ready to rock and roll here in heat race number 2. Quickly, the 3D Racing ride. A Warren Samoy out in front as Joseph Brooks sliding backwards here. Down through corner number 1 and 2. He's going to get up into the outside wall again in 3 and 4. And going from the outside of the front row to the back of the pack here in heat race number 2. A tough break right there for Joseph Brooks. Looking to have himself a great run here in these pro late models once again. But right now, it's all Warren Samoy. Samoy out in front leading the way, being chased down by a pair of Pophams as PJ Popham works himself up into position number 2. Got that car hooked up down on the bottom side of the racetrack as the 2 riders hitting his marks down low as the 77 gets tight up on the high side. That is going to hand the lead back to that 2 machine of PJ Popham. We saw PJ pick up the win in the first race yesterday evening, came home with a 3rd place finish in the 2nd race yesterday afternoon, and here he is leading in these pro late models quickly here in heat race number 2 as he's looking to put that 2 ride back up in victory lane here this evening. Pacer Popham came inches away from picking up his first checkered flag here in the Montana iRacing League with the Dirt Street Stocks last night. He's looking to have himself another good run, looking for another trip up into the broadcast booth here, and right now running in position number 2 in heat race number 2, looking to try to punch his ticket into the A main feature event and looking to set himself up for another wonderful evening at the racetrack. Dylan Stevenson right there in position number 3 with Warren Samoy there in position number 4, and looking for more is him and Joseph Brooks, both looking to try to work themselves back up towards the front of the field as our front row has now slid back 3 positions each on the racetrack. Patches Be Fast back there bringing up the rear of the field in position number 6 as we see that white flag fly. One more time around here for PJ Popham as Popham down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's all PJ Popham here in heat race number 2. Pacer Popham there in second, Dylan Stevenson, Warren Samoy, Joseph Brooks, and Patches Be Fast bringing up the rear of the field here in our second heat race of the evening. Oh man, that is some great racing action right there, and we are in for a treat with our A main feature event here in just a little bit. Our A main going to get underway as these drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack here for a quick warm-up session. Small field here this evening. I don't know where everybody's at. We got a very lackluster amount of cars here in this race, but nonetheless, they're going to put on a great show for us. We're going to see some very good, hopefully clean racing here all evening long, and hopefully we'll see more drivers show up for the sprint car broadcast here after this race concludes. So hopefully we'll see some more drivers pop in, some more drivers coming in and trying to pick up some wins here this evening, as my boy Brian Wax coming in showing the love with the like on the stream. Dalton Stevenson coming in with that like as well. Carol Brooks coming in with that heart reaction, cheering on Joseph Brooks out there on the racetrack, as Carol coming in showing the big love here in this one. Kara, Billy Tabor coming in, showing the love here with the like on the stream as well. How are you, Billy? Billy coming in, smashing that heart react or the like button, and my boy Cody Horton coming in with that heart reaction. How are you, Cody? Mr. Horton coming in, showing the big love here in this one as well with that big heart reaction on the broadcast. As we get ready here for our A main feature event in just a few more moments, as these drivers all ready to rock and roll. They're all ready to go to battle here in this one, and things are going to get very, very fun in a quick hurry, as we're going to see some good 2, 3, maybe even 4 wide battling out there on the racetrack here in our A main feature event that's about to get underway. Yo, Michael Daggle coming in, showing the love. Daggle coming in, smashing that thumbs up on the broadcast as well. How are you, Michael? Michael coming in, showing the love here in this one. My boy Cody says, what's up, Billy? Billy in the house as well, as my boy Cody Horton coming in, showing the love here again. He's got that top fan badge. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Look at you guys. You guys are all coming in, showing the big love here. Carol with the top fan badge, the Star Sender badge. We got Cody with the sharer badge, the top fan badge, the star badge, and everything else. We got my boy Dylan Stevenson with that, you know, the top fan badge and the sharer badge as well. My boy TJ Martin with the 1-year followage badge. Absolutely insane here. Absolutely insane. Everyone coming in, showing all the love here again this evening as we get ready to go back to battle here in just a few more moments for our A main feature event in just a couple more laps, as these drivers are going to get a little bit of extra track time here. They're going to make sure their cars are ready to rock and roll. They're going to make sure that they got these things figured out and handled and everything, and they're going to get some good warm-up. They're going to work this track in, make it that much more difficult here for this feature event, where we're going to see these drivers have to try to change with the racetrack as well. The bottom side may start to disappear. The middle may become a little bit more dominant at the start, and then we can see that high side groove become the very, very fast lane, as we saw the high side come in late last night in that dirt street stock race, where Chris Hill was able to jump up there in the green-white checkered finish and able to steal that win away by a couple feet from the 32 ride of Pacer Popham, as Pacer almost picked up the checkered flag. My boy Casey Durant, Casey coming in, showing the love. Let's go, baby, coming in, showing the big love here in this one. He's got that top fan badge flexing as well, coming in, showing the big love here in this one, as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go in just a few more moments. Oh, chat, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see some awesome racing here all evening long. And if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to go to battle here in just a few more moments. Casey says, PC just froze up. Oh no, Casey, you better not. You better hope that you get her fired back up in a quick hurry here. Yo, Nelson John's coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction. How are you, Nelson? Nelson coming in, showing the love here in this one as well. Billy says, you know, Cody, Dixon Plains, that's what's up. That's what's up right there. Dixon Plains. Hey, you know what? You know, that's what's always up, you know? That's what's always up, for certain. They're always pointed upwards. Oh, gosh. Should we take a poll on how many people are going to try to bunny hop the infield tires tonight? Listen, after the dirt street stock race last night, I'm assuming there's going to be like 15, 20, I don't even know. I think everyone's probably going to hit them at some point in time, but I don't know, these late models, they can get tore up in a quick hurry. The street stocks really bounce off of them, but I can see a couple drivers getting launched there, hitting those little tires there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Is man, those things, they do not budge, and unfortunately we saw a lot of drivers find that out last night as they were able to bunny hop those things quite a few times and made for some amazing racing action. Nielsen says more thumpers and bumpers, looking forward to it. Yes, Sarsky, yes sir, you know it. Absolutely, brother. As Casey says, I'll be aiming for the infield tractor tire all night, boys. Oh god, oh god. Yeah, Casey's probably one of those guys that I could imagine hitting one. He likes that bottom side. He finds a lot of speed and a lot of grip down there. PJ Popham, you know, we saw him roll in that bottom lane there, the start of that heat race as well. He's another driver that I can see possibly getting into it, and then you never know as you see some crazy action here on board with Dylan Stevenson as they're all just rolling around. You see PJ Popham now trying to work himself through some of the carnage there on the racetrack. Might be some clean racing out there for once. Oh, God. Yeah, no Cody Blix. I don't know where Cody Blix is, but he's missing out. He's missing out on all the amazing racing action. We miss Cody out here on the racetrack, that's for certain. Hopefully we'll see him in some of the other leagues. I know he was asking about some of the other leagues that we broadcast, and hopefully get him in some of those and get him out there on the racetrack for some more racing. Unfortunately, I think the time frames might just not line up all the way there for our boy Cody, but hopefully they do. Hopefully we don't have too many issues with it, as we'll get them all stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a few more moments with our A main feature event as Joycelyn R. StoreCow 420. So where else are you live? Joycelyn, we are live on Facebook, and we're also live over on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. We're on all three channels right now. The red, blue, and purple sites here for the evening, as sometimes we go live over on Kick as well, but not a lot the last little bit, but we tend to jump over there all the time. As Joyce Link coming in, showing the love, coming in with that follow over on Twitch, coming in, showing the big love here in this one. I appreciate you coming in, dropping that follow, as yeah, we're live over on Facebook and YouTube as well as Twitch. If you guys haven't checked out all of our other channels, make sure you guys go and do that. Make sure you show the love on all these other channels, as Joycelyn Flowers coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube as well. Says how the race is going. The races are going good, my girl, coming in, showing the love there on the YouTube channel, as well as we're trying to bounce around, read all the comments from every single one as much as we can, and continue to just keep on popping off on every single channel and just keep on growing more and more and more. Joycelyn coming in, showing the love there on Facebook as well, coming in, says I'll follow everywhere. I appreciate you coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Is my girl Carol Brooks. Carol coming in with the 100-star dono. Carol coming in, showing the big love here in this one with the 100-star biddy coming in, showing the love, showing the big love here in this one. Going with those 100 stars. As Kara Billy DeBoer says, Cody Blix, dog shit on the floor again. Cody J. Horton, oh no. Poor Cody. Poor Cody. Oh God. Poor Mr. Blix. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our A main feature event about to get underway here in just a little bit. We're going to get a quick break in. I'm going to get a quick drink, and then we're going to get right in to the racing action here in a few more moments, as we'll get these drivers ready to rock and roll for this amazing race right now. Joycelyn says, I'm really wanting to get into iRacing. Yeah, for certain. You got to get into iRacing. You know, it's definitely different than real life racing, but it's the closest thing to it. You know, there's so many good people, so many awesome people, you know, around iRacing that would be just there's so much fun, so much things you can do, and whether or not it's dirt track racing or pavement racing or, the pro off-road trucks or all the other cool things that iRacing has coming out. We got to see the micro sprints here in a week, I do believe, so we're going to have the micro sprints out there as well, some new content, some new cars, and everything else. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you get no better feel. I mean, people like to play the Tony Stewart game on console and everything else, and, they're fun, but, there's a difference between, having a controller in your hand or having, AI-assisted stuff. It doesn't really work that well, but, when it comes to iRacing, you feel it so much more. You can feel the track, you can feel the car, you can feel the horsepower, you can feel the intensity picking up each and every lap, where you don't really get that experience, I feel, on the Tony Stewart games or NASCAR racing games. You don't really get that same feel as what you will here on iRacing. iRacing will give you the best experience that you ever will get on iRacing, or for racing games per se, compared to real life racing. Alrighty, it's my boy Michael Dago coming in, showing the love. Michael coming in, dropping the 100-star dono as well. Michael coming in, setting it off here in this one. I appreciate you, my boy Michael, coming in, showing the love here with the 100 stars as well. Activating a star party. Star party up in the house here is a nice little star party being activated there by the beautiful, beautiful Facebook Gaming, coming in with the Star Party Challenge here for everybody up in the chat. As my boy Cody Horton says, Cody had to go to Salt Lake this weekend. He had to go get the operation to complete the transition before the marriage. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't think I should have read that one out loud first. I think I should have probably skimmed through that one. My God. All right, well, I mean, it sucks not having Cody Blakes out there on the racetrack, and hopefully we'll see him back out here on the track before long. Woo! Chat, I'm telling you, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a good time. These guys know how to put on a show here for us, and they're going to put on a heck of a race lap after lap after lap here. May not be a huge field of drivers, but I'm going to tell you, they're going to have some open track out there on the racetrack. We're going to be able to see some good runs, some good driving, and a lot of back and forth here throughout the field, as everyone's going to be looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here this evening. And then we're going to possibly see, if we see some good long green flag runs, we can see lap traffic playing a big role in this one here this evening, where drivers are going to have to try to navigate through some of the traffic, try to work themselves to the front of the field, and to see who can try to run away with this one and put their ride up in victory lane. Joycelyn coming in with the hydrate with the cheers, or what is it on Twitch? What are those? Channel points. That's what they are. The channel points, coming in with the 100 channel points for the hydrate. We are going to get hydrated right now. We got the high quality Monster Rehab energy drink about to get inside of us. Oh, that is refreshing. All right, chat. We're going to be right back here in just a few more moments as our A-Main feature event about to get underway. Yo, Buckrack Motorsports coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube. Coming in, showing the big love, says, PeaceMaker, what's up, my guy? What's up, Buckrack Motorsports? How are you? How you doing this evening? Coming in, showing the love. Joycelyn says, are you a racer or an announcer? I'm an announcer, Joycelyn. I try racing. Trust me, I try racing. I was good a little bit here and there, but I take way too many breaks to want to try to be competitive on the game myself behind the steering wheel. I haven't even plugged my wheel in like 6 months. We've been up in the booth just rocking and rolling. He says, whoops, wrong profile. It's all good, brother. It's all good, my dude. Listen, you can hit that like button on both profiles if you want to. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to set them loose here in just a few more moments. As this warm-up session coming to a close, we're going to get ready to rock and roll here from Limaland Motorsports Park with the Montana iRacing League. Here this evening with the Pro Late Models as these drivers ready to rock and roll. They're ready to go to battle and duke it out here this evening. Joycelyn coming in with that heart reaction on the stream as well. Says, well, I hope to see myself someday. Well, you're announcing it. Laugh out loud. That would be sick. Yes, Joycelyn, that would be amazing. 100%. Listen, we got leagues starting up all the time. Brand new leagues for any style of driver, anyone that wants to work themselves into some of these shows. There's always room in different broadcasts, whether or not it's pavement or dirt track. There's always opportunities for you to jump in here and become part of the show here that you watch here on PeaceMaker Gaming. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here as our warm-up session has come to a close as we get ready to rock and roll, starting on the pole here for our A-Main feature event. It is the Auto Works Repair and More BBI number 86 ride. It's the Gear Grabber's Garage Machine of Patrick Lemire. To his outside, it's the Dusty Popham Realty, Flawless Auto, Red Line Designs Company, Pacer Signs and Designs, a number 2 ride. That is PJ Popham. Starting in position number 3 in the 79 ride, that is the number 79 of Dalton Stevenson. Into his outside in the Pacer Signs and Designs number 32, that is Pacer Popham. Starting in position number 5 in the JR1 Victory number 1H, that is the Dirt Defender Machine of Vernon Hill. His outside in the Hulk Smash number 62 machine, that is Dylan Stevenson, starting in position number 6. And then we see in the inside a row and number 4, the 43C machine, that is Casey Durand. Into his outside in the 3D Racing House of Speed Norwood Sim Sports number 77 ride, that is Warren Samoy. Starting on the inside of row number 5, it's the Dirty South Speed Shop, Cocky Floyd Consulting, Speed Ranch number 5H, that is Chris Hill. To his outside in the Tri-City Speed Machine, that is the 54 of Joseph Brooks. And then we see Caden back in Patches Be Fast, bringing up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing here from Limaland Motorsports Park. Patrick Lemire, PJ Popham, door to door down the back straightaway into quarter number 3. The 2 ride goes for the slide jump down across the line. The 86 ride of Patrick Lemire is going to lead lap number 1 as we see some contact, and around goes Vernon Hill to bring out caution flag number 1. And that's what we got to look forward to here for 40 laps of racing action here this evening, as we see a lot of beating and banging, a lot of battling, and a lot of tough, hard-nosed racing here all evening long, and some crazy action here at the front of the field. That's fortunately the JR1 number 1H ride of Vernon Hill going to go 3 wide right here, gets stuffed into the middle. The 62 ride of Dylan Stevenson down low, gives him a little bump going into the quarter. Unfortunately, just kind of knocks that rear end loose, and then here comes that 32 ride trying to roll the outside lane, comes in with a big head of momentum, couldn't avoid the 1H ride, and helps him go around and turns him backwards there, and that will bring out our first caution flag. A good move right there from the 77 ride as Warren Samoy was able to avoid that. I don't know how he got onto the binders or anticipated it that quickly, but he was able to quickly get onto the binders and avoid this action here, as he's going to see this Red Rocket JR1 ride right there in front of him go for a loop here as he's on the binders and just doing a great job to stay out of contact and keep himself pointed in the right direction. As we got him stacked up, racked up, and back to green flag racing. Here in this one is Patrick Lemire on the loud pedal up on the high side. The 2 ride of PJ Popham trying to roll the inside lane with that high side momentum, paying off here early on in our A-Main feature event for the 86 ride of Patrick Lemire. Lemire continuing to lead the way as the two machine of PJ Popham now navigating himself up to that outside lane as he gets rocking and rolling up there, trying to track down our race leader. You see Dalton Stevenson holding on to position number 3. Dylan Stevenson, Casey Duran, both working themselves up towards the front of the field here as you see Casey just rolling that inside lane still, continuing to just try to roll the inside berm here. A little bit of grip down low there, and he's finding some traction as now you see the two-ride of PJ Popham. He's navigated back down low here after things get a little settled here and get a few laps underneath of him. He goes down to the bottom side, tries it out for a couple laps. Didn't like the feel of it, couldn't find the run he needed to. You're trying to get around this 86 ride. What he's going to have to do is try to roll this outside lane and get to the back bumper of that 86 machine and then shoot down to the inside and look for the big slide job. But he needs a good run, trying to get right down to his left rear quarter panel here before he can really give it a good shot to jump up and clear. The 86 machine is out in front. Patrick Lemire just hitting his marks, making sure that he keeps that two-ride at bay here in this one as they're starting to separate themselves now from our third place driver, Dalton Stevenson. And Stevenson has some separation between himself and our fourth place drivers here as Warren Samoy up 4 positions on the racetrack finds himself now in that 4th position as he rolls around the outside here of Casey Durand. Is Durand there in position number 5, Dylan Stevenson there in 6, Chris Hill, Vernon Hill, Joseph Brooks, Pacer Popham, Patches Be Fast, and Caden Back bring it up the rear of the field here in this one. As out in front, Patrick Lemire continuing to lead the way, starting to change up his lines here ever so slightly. Went for a little bit more of a slide job lane there in corner number 1 and 2, right back to the high side here in 3 and 4, and he's going to look to try to just stay right up there. But that is a dangerous game against that outside wall. We've seen a ton of drivers get up there, get that right rear quarter panel up into the outside fence, and it can pull you in there in a quick hurry and can obliterate the whole right hand side of your car if you get in there a little bit too deep. And all it takes is that 1 inch, half an inch too far into the corner, a couple miles an hour too fast into the center, and it can be the end of your evening in a quick hurry as the two ride of PJ Popham trying to keep the pressure on the 86 as we see the caution flag fly. The 54 ride of Joseph Brooks turned around there in corner number 4. We'll take a look back and see what happens here to Joe. Joseph Brooks trying to work himself up inside the top 7 here as he looks underneath. Chris Hill goes for a bit of a slide job. Unfortunately, just pulls the trigger, and a big run coming out of the outside lane there in a tight position for the number 54 to throw himself in there. And unfortunately, as he throws it into the corner, he washes up, I think, just a little bit too far than what he was expecting. I think he was trying to get some grip right there. The rear end kicks out and right over the nose here of Chris Hill. Hill nowhere to go. Gets a big piece of him, spins that 54 ride around. Looks like Vernon Hill going to get a piece of him there as well. So some pretty good damage on both the Hill rides and that Tri-City speed machine of Joseph Brooks as we'll get them all stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. Joe out there on the racetrack with a pretty beat up number 54 car. Going to stay out there on the track, not going to take it down pit side to get some repairs. So let's see if he can keep that car pointed in the right direction here throughout the rest of this race. As out in front, Patrick Lemire ready to rock and roll, ready to go back to green flag racing as my boy Rusty Martin says, okay, let's try this again. PeaceMaker, what's up, my guy? What's good, Rusty? Mr. Martin coming in, showing the big love over there on YouTube, coming in, showing off that subscriber badge over there as well, that members badge, the members only badge there on the YouTube channel, showing that one off. My boy, I appreciate you coming in, smashing that join button, becoming one of the brand new members over there on the PeaceMaker Gaming YouTube channel. That's out in front once again. Patrick Lemire leading the way here, trying to run away with this one as PJ Popham in tow, trying to hunt him down as my boy Michael King coming in, showing the love, says, what's up, brother? What's up, Michael? How are you, my boy? Michael King coming in with the like on the stream. Aaron Benschneider coming in with that like as well. And Joycelyn coming in with that heart reaction, coming in showing the big love here in this one. It's out in front. Patrick Lemire continuing to lead the way. PJ Popham there in position number 2 with Warren Samoy. Now up into third here. He's got Dylan Stevenson to his outside. Dalton Stevenson sliding backwards into position number 5 as a couple Stevensons and a couple Hills right here trying to track down our top 3. three drivers as the Hills back there in the 6th and 7th position. The Stevensons, they're in position number 4 and 5, and they are putting on a show here for us in the middle of this pack. Is out in front, another good show going on as the two ride of PJ Popham continuing to try to find a way around that number 86 of Patrick Lemire. You want to see this beautiful mustachio of mine, eh? You want to see this beautiful mustache? This beautiful mustache? That's what you want to see? That's what you want to see? Oh my gosh. Well, we'll turn the camera on for you, my boy. We'll turn the camera on for you. I didn't think you guys wanted to see my ugly mug. Come on now. Come on now. I can't wait for the rest of my beard to grow back in. It can't grow quick enough. Honestly, it can't grow quick enough, man. This mustache is it's odd. It's odd. It's different, and I don't know if I like it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But out in front right now, not kind of weird, it is the 86 ride of Patrick Lemire. At the front of the field is PJ Popham right there in position number 2, continuing to truck along in that second spot as Joycelyn says, you look great. Stop it. Stop. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. There's Warren Samoy there in third. Dalton Stevenson in position number 4, looking for more here once again as that 79 ride there in position number 4 with Vernon Hill in the JR1 Motorsports number 1 ride there in position number 5 here as Vernon Hill trying to work himself up towards the front after having contact and going around bringing up that first caution flag of the evening. He's looking to rebound nicely here in the JR1 machine. Dylan Stevenson back to position number 6 with Casey Duran there in 7. Joseph Brooks working himself back up inside the top 10. Here is the 54 ride there in the 8th position as we see Patches be fast. Pacer Popham bringing up the rear of our top 10, and then Caden back and Chris Hill bringing up the rear of the field as Chris Hill actually off the racetrack. I'm not sure what happened to the 5H ride of Chris Hill, but he is disappeared off the racing surface. As the CR race leader starting to run into some lap traffic here as Caden back and to go a lap down here in the 50B ride as around him goes the 86 of Patrick Lemire and PJ Popham as our top 2 really starting to pull away here. They got about 3 seconds now between themselves and our third place driver Dalton Stevenson. As Stevenson about a set of corners, a whole straightaway away from our top 2 drivers as Patrick Lemire and PJ Popham continue to lay down a blistering pace here at Limaland Motorsports Park, putting on an absolute clinic here in this one. It's a pair of those Auto Works in repair rides right there at the front of the field as Patrick Lemire and PJ Popham continue to put on a show. Dalton Stevenson back up into third as Warren Samoy back there in position number 4 looking for more. Now has Vernon Hill down to his inside as Hill looking to jump up into that 4th position. They got lap traffic there as Caden back just trying to kind of stay out of the way and try to stay out of trouble, keeping his ride pointed in the right direction and creating some great racing action here between the 77 and the 1 ride as they make a little bit of contact there. Vernon Hill having to get onto the binders as he almost got right underneath that 77 ride and could have spun him around in a quick hurry there, but luckily enough gets on those binders and avoids some major contact. As Joseph Brooks up into position number 6, the Tri-City Speed Machine, the 54 ride, starting to roll now as he's up 4 positions and working himself back up towards the front of the field, even with the damage on this 54 ride. Starting to find some good speed, starting to run some good laps here. Unfortunately, not good enough as out in front, Patrick Lemire going to go for the slide job over the nose of the 2 ride as these two putting on a show here for us at the front of the field. A little bit of a clinic is the slider there out of the 2 machine. PJ Popham, Patrick Lemire trading positions here. Down out of each and every corner is across the line. It's going to be the 2 ride of PJ Popham, who's going to see the white flag fly. 1 more lap left to go. Lap traffic right there in the way. The 2 ride slides up the racetrack. Here comes the 86 down low across the line. A photo finish here at Limaland, and it's Patrick Lemire. Lemire picking up the win here in this one by inches over PJ Popham and Dalton Stevenson back there in third. But man, oh man, what did we say? It was going to be a show between these two, and there you go. They put on an absolute clinic here in lap traffic, playing a big hand in that one. As down low, PJ Popham gonna get the lead there at the white flag, but then he has this 50B ride to have to contend with. He's trying to get him a lap down gets a little squirrely there out of corner number 2, trying to figure out a way, and I think that really messed up his arch there in corner number 3 and 4, and it just gave a big run out of that 86 ride, and man, oh man, oh man, it was a very, very close finish here in this one. Is basically right there, about a tire length between our top 2 across the line, and it is all Patrick Lemire in this one, getting the win over PJ Popham, as we'll get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth here with our top 3 finishers for some post-race interviews. My boy Kenneth Roberts coming in, showing the love, says, "What's up, fam? What's up, Kenneth? How are you, my boy?" Coming in, showing the love here in this one. Joycelyn says, "Oh my God, I'm loving the energy you're giving off." I love that. I love that. We always try to give off an immaculate amount of energy every single broadcast we do. Is we always want to impress everybody out there and make sure that we're always giving our best, giving our all, and making sure that we make every single race, every single moment, and every broadcast that much more special than the next, and making it so that everyone has a great time here, whether or not you're in the grandstands, down pit side, or up here cheering on these drivers in the broadcast booth or anything else. We want to make sure everyone is enjoying their time here on PeaceMaker Gaming, and it's all due to these drivers, man. Putting on shows like that makes it way easier for me up here in the broadcast booth, as that was a great race and a great run right there. Man, those are the best finishes, says Michael King. Those are the best finishes. That's what we live for, man. That's what we live for. That's what racing's all about right there. Just duking it out all evening long, and it comes down to only a couple feet, a couple moments on the racetrack, and maybe a little less lap traffic there. If the 50 ride wasn't there, could have been a completely different story. It could have been PJ Popham just beating the 86 ride off of quarter number 4 and never having that side-by-side photo finish. But that's how things roll, and that's racing out there on the racetrack. As my boy Casey says, broke the left front on the second restart. She was a handful the whole race. I should have pit. Yeah, you should have probably came in, got some work done to that ride, brother. But you never know. You never know when the next caution flag is going to fly. You never know, when your next opportunity is going to be to head down pit side and get some work done. You can come in a little early, then get wrecked again, and then not have that quick repair or anything else. And, there's a lot of different things that can happen out there on the racetrack that are out of your control, and you can never see the future, so it's always a tough call. Carol says, "Good race, Joseph. A great race there by Joe, rebounding, coming home in that 6th position," as we get ready here to pull in our race winner, the 86 ride of Patrick Lemire. As Lemire coming home here in the top spot as he beats that number 2 down across the line, picking up the win in this one. As Joycelyn says, "What's going on?" Rusty cheering on Rusty over there on the YouTube channel. As Rusty over there showing some love on the broadcast, as we'll get ready to pull our race winner up into the broadcast booth. Where is Patrick Lemire? There he is. Hey Patrick, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
How's it going?
Not too bad, Patrick, my boy. What a run, what a race, as you were able to beat that 2 ride of PJ Popham back down across the line here on that final lap, man. A crazy, crazy race. Not a whole lot of cars up there on the racetrack, but a few lap cars late in this one, making things very, very interesting. You and PJ continuously exchanging crossovers and slide jobs out there on the racetrack, and it looked like maybe the 2 ride had the advantage there until he ran into some lap traffic off of quarter number 2, and you were able to just get that good run through 3 and 4 like you needed to, and you were able to beat him back across the line here by about half a tire length there across the line.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race between me and him. I saw his lap times, and he was running like 0.2 seconds quicker than me, and I was like, oh, God, he's going to be passing me here soon. And, man, he can run the bottom like no tomorrow. I'll tell you what, I was just hoping that setup had enough for him, and I'm sure like 5 more laps he would have had me, but it was a good race between me and him.
Absolutely some great racing action. You guys put on a show here all evening for us, and it came right down to the very, very end. What was going through your mind there as you guys were running these laps, getting a lot of green flag laps in here in this one with not a huge field of drivers, and something that we're usually not used to is seeing those very long extended green flag runs here in the Montana iRacing League, and you guys were able to just kind of settle in, kind of run nose to tail there for a little while. You guys get a big lead between yourself and the 3rd place driver driver, and then it's just down to you two, duking it out right down to the very bitter end. What was going through your mind in those closing laps, knowing that PJ had a very fast car? You were also looking very, very fast all evening long, and you knew it was going to be a close one here this evening.
Oh yeah, he was definitely the car to beat. He was quick all night long. I mean, in the heat race, he just blew by people. So, I mean, he really runs that bottom super well. I don't know how he does it, but it's something. It's doping tires or something. But I was really counting down the laps. I saw his time was like right on me, so I heard him most of the race in my headphones. So yeah, it was a pretty good race between them.
Absolutely. Very good race, a very close finish, a nail biter here in this one as you get the win by inches over the two machine here in the Pro late models. But Patrick, a great run and a great drive here, and an amazing performance out of the 86 ride. Who would you like to thank here this evening for such a great car here at Limaland Motorsports Park?
BBI, Gear Grabber's Garage, AutoWorks Repair and More, Warren for putting this broadcast together, all the admins, you for putting the broadcast on, and my buddies for letting me come race tonight. So almost didn't make it because of them. So
Well, we appreciate them, and I'm sure you appreciate it as well after a great night of racing and being able to pick up the first win of the evening. Hopefully, we'll see you right back out there on the racetrack here for the sprint cars in a few more moments. It's our second race of the evening. We'll get underway in probably about 30 minutes from now, and then we'll get ready to rock and roll, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth and maybe right back up here in Victory Lane.
I don't know. I might be caught up in the after party, so I don't know if I'll make it. So we'll see.
All right, brother. Well, hopefully we do. If not, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and congratulations on picking up the win here in this one.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Patrick Lemire, as Lemire gets the win in Parks, the 86 ride, up here in Victory Lane as we get ready to pull in our second place finisher, our second place driver here, the two machine of PJ Popham. The other side of the spectrum here, a very cheerful and happy number 86 rider, Patrick Lemire, after getting the win. I'm sure it might be the other story here, the other shoe on the other foot for the two ride of PJ Popham, as we'll get him up into the broadcast booth. Hey PJ, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Taking a copy?
I got you.
BJ, my boy, a great run and a great try and a very valiant effort here in these pro late models. He's come up inches short of picking up the checkered flag here as you were giving the 86 rider a run for his money all evening long, and then right there at the end it looked like you had the advantage as you were the one being able to take that white flag. Unfortunately, a little bit of lap traffic there getting in the way off of corner number 2 really messed up the arch that you wanted to get in to corner number 3 to get a good drive off, and I think that's the difference maker right there, is just how you entered into that third corner, having to work yourself around the 50B machine, and that allowed the 86 to get that big run, get back underneath of you, and beat you down across the line.
Yeah, absolutely. The lap car definitely didn't help. He went into the middle of 1 and 2, so I was going to go under him, and all of a sudden it's like he stopped. So I even had to check up in 1 and 2 to miss him, and then got into him a little bit on the back stretch, which really slowed us down. Or I think, we would have took the win there. But good race by Patrick. Good close racing, good win. So happy with a second tonight.
Absolutely a great battle here all evening long between you two as you guys were the class of the field, opening up a couple big leads here after caution flags, and there at the end able to drive away from the rest of the field there and obviously get into that lap traffic. And then we saw you guys duking it out there, a lot of slide jumps and crossovers and back and forth between the two of you guys as you guys duked it out here lap after lap, and it came right down to the very end as just by inches he was able to get the one up on you. But as he said, man, a lot of fun and a great race here and a good points night for that two machine here, coming home in that second spot.
Absolutely. Yeah. Car was definitely fast. It didn't like the dirty air, so I was trying to run the bottom and stay out of the dirty air. But if we could have got out front, I think we could have even drove away from the 86 a little bit. The car was fairly good. The setup wasn't perfect by any means, but it was good enough. So
Absolutely. It was good enough for a very great run and a photo finish here at Limaland Motorsports Park as you park the 2 right up here in position number 2. PJ, who would you like to thank for another great run and strong performance here this evening?
I just thank all my teammates, Tommy Bush, Joseph Brooks, my dad. Thank all my sponsors, Pacer Sign and Design, Upfront Bodies, DM Race Engines, Elysian Salon, Realtor Dusty Popam, Falls Casino, Knoll Transport. Thank you for doing the broadcast. Thank Warren for putting on the show, and shout out to my fiance Katie.
Absolutely. PJ, congratulations on the second place run here in this one. Hopefully we'll see you right back out there on the racetrack in these sprint cars, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth and maybe right back up in Victory Lane.
I hope so. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, PJ Poppin. Is PJ coming home here in position number 2 on the evening as we're going to get ready to pull our third place driver in just a few more moments. As Joycelyn says, is there anything you can tell me before I buy the game and invest a lot of money into this? Are there any 358 small blocks and big block racing? And if there is, how often are they racing? I love to be able to race almost everyday life. Yeah, there's everything except for like 4 cylinders, like your compact drive, front wheel drive cars. They don't really have those in here yet. They do have them for pavement stuff, and you can take the pavement cars and run them on the dirt. You can take dirt cars and run them on the pavement as well. But really, it's not about having the best. The best equipment or anything else. You don't need to go extremely out and about with everything you need. You only need basically, a decent PC that can run it and not have a problem, not running into crashing, decent internet so you're not blinking, and, blinking it not only makes your experience a little bit less, but also, affects the other drivers out there on the racetrack, whether or not it's an official race or a hosted race. And that's where the big difference is you got so many different options here. You can race, practice races. Right now they don't have AI for dirt, but they do have AI for pavement stuff, and I think they're working on getting AI for the dirt track stuff where people could go out there and race different cars and not have to worry about doing all that stuff. But yeah, there's the membership I want is the 2-year, and that's like 150. Yeah, so the membership is one thing. You get the membership. If you want to host races, you got to pay for hosted races as well, and I think it's like every hour session is like 50 cents, or if you do so many of them, they give you a discount after a little while, and it drops down to like 38 cents or something like that, or 36 cents. I can't remember what exactly number it is, but you always got races, you always got opportunities. If there's something that you want to race and you don't see it, then you can always host a race yourself and put that up there so that they can jump in there. Is it true that you have to buy other cars and tracks? That is true, yes. There is a ton of things that you gotta unfortunately buy here on iRacing. It's not cheap to get into, that is for certain, but I always say to people when they're getting into it, you don't have to buy everything right at the get-go. iRacing gives you a bunch of free stuff. I think they give you the dirt street stocks, the UMP modifieds, for free right out of the get-go. I think that's the only dirt cars they really give you. Oh, the legends as well. They give you the legends, and then after that, and they give you a handful of dirt racetracks as well for free, and then you don't have to go out there and buy, but you can run those cars and learn those tracks, and then, every paycheck or every other paycheck, buy a couple more tracks or another set of cars or anything else. As they got, the pro late models, super late models, and or the limited late models or whatever. They're like all one package, right? So it's like $15 US. You can buy that package, and the more you buy, you can save more as well. So if you buy like 3 things at a time, iRacing gives you another sliver off, another little bit of a discount on buying bigger packages. So if you buy 2 or I think it's 3. I think it's 3 things, 3 or 4 things at a time, then they give you another little extra discount there. So it's the best way to buy it. Instead of buying one thing at a time and paying the top amount for everything, you can kind of get that little bit of a discount by buying 2 or 3 things at the same time. So whether or not it's different cars or different tracks or anything else, you can always go through it and everything else. If can you tell me what the range of prices are on the cars? Yeah, so everything's pretty much $15, I think, USD. I think some of them are a little bit cheaper. I think some of them are like $12 USD, $13 USD, something like that. They're all kind of right around that area. They do have pavement cars, or some pavement cars that they have out there that are a little bit cheaper, but I think all the dirt stuff is right around that area. And yeah, so basically you got to buy sprint cars, you got to buy late models, you got to buy, what else you got to buy? You don't have to buy micro sprints. Micro sprints are coming out. They're coming out for free. A couple new tracks are free. The tracks are the big thing. There's a lot of dirt tracks and a lot of other dirt tracks, and that's where the big money comes out of, as each track is the same thing. You know, they're $14.99 USD or $13.99 USD, and you know there's a lot of tracks that you gotta buy, and as you slowly progress going through it in different races that be official or anything else, you kind of gotta go through the same thing. But yeah, it's all roughly around that, you know, that $14-15 US area for pretty much everything out there, except for some of the pavement stuff gets a little bit cheaper, and some of the tracks for pavement stuff are a little cheaper as well, with the legacy racetracks and stuff like that. But it's all right around that $14-15 area for everything. So it adds up in a quick hurry. It adds up in a very quick hurry. I have a lot of different pavement races that we broadcast as well, and we have a ton of different road course stuff that we've done in the past and that we probably will in the future and everything else. There's a lot of stuff that I own on here, and when you really start adding it up, you know, it's $1,000, $1,500 in a quick hurry. When you really start adding up each and every item that you start buying, it gets up there in a fast hurry, that is for certain. As we'll get ready to bring in our third place finisher, Dalton Stevenson, waiting patiently here. We're going to pull Dalton in for his post-race interviews, the 79 ride. Here in position number 3, we're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Dalton, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Dalton, my boy, a great run and a great drive here for you in that 79 ride. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite hang with that 86 and 2 machine here in this one, as they were out in front and kind of running away with this one, as you were back there having to duke it out for quite a little while. You and Warren Samoy going at it there on the racetrack. You had Verdon Hill right there for a little bit. Casey Durand in the mix. Dylan Stevenson right up there with you as well, as you guys duked it out for that third spot. You're able to slowly but surely work yourself back up into position number 3, and then keep that 77 right at bay right down to the very end here, and bring it home with a very solid top 3 performance.
Yeah. We had a good car, and yeah, just that last restart kind of messed with it. PJ kind of got onto it, and I couldn't really see Patrick, so I was going off him, and he checked up, I got into him, and we just fell back a couple spots, but made it happen.
Absolutely able to get it done and park that 79 right back up here on the front stretch here of another amazing podium finish here. Dalton, who would you like to thank for a great run and a strong performance here again this evening at Limaland Motorsports Park?
I'd like to thank Highsmith Construction, Muya, Montana Real Estate Brokers, First Montana Title, Wallace Plumbing, Kane Construction, Dave's Electric, 406 DTF Transfers, Montana Honda Marine, and Johnson Construction.
Absolutely, Dalton, a great run and a great drive here in these pro late models as you come home in position number 3. Congratulations, a great run and a great finish here for you in this one. We got one more race left to go. Hopefully we'll see you back out there on the racetrack with the 305 sprint cars, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe a couple spots better, and back up here in Victory Lane.
Yeah. Let's hope that goes a little better than what happened here, but got to take what we can get.
Absolutely, brother. Either way, I hope you have some fun, and I hope you have a good time out there on the racetrack, and hopefully once the dust settles, we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth before the end of the evening.
Yep.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher, Dalton Stevenson. Is Dalton coming home here in position number 3? A great run and a great drive there for the 79 ride. Is, man, what a show and what a race by each and every one of these drivers all evening long, as they put on a wicked race for us. And Joyce, I can show you right now, basically all the crazy things that iRacing has to offer here on our homepage. Let me go here. Let's go to My Content. So cars. Yeah, so you can see a lot of the different stuff that we have bought. Obviously, the big blocks, 358 modifieds, you got to buy those. You got to buy the late models. You got dirt midgets that you got to buy. Sprint cars you got to buy. You get the street stocks in the UMP modifieds for free. Same with the Legends cars you also get for free. You got to buy both of the Lucas Oil off-road trucks if you want to do any of that stuff. I think the Formula Vs you got to buy. No, I think iRacing gives you that one for free. No, you got to buy that one too, yeah. You got to buy the Formula V. You got to buy, obviously I bought that. I bought, what else we got here? We got, obviously, the Arca Menards car. We got the Dollar F3. We got the late model stock. We got the Mercedes AMG. We got the NASCAR Cup cars here, the next gen and the old gen. And we got the 87 version of the NASCAR rides, the trucks. We got the Whelen Modifieds. We got the Xfinity Series. We got the Super Formula. We got, what else? We got the Super Late models. We got the Legacy Dollar. I think they give you that one for free. And the truck as well. We got the Legacy Ferrari that we bought. So you get a lot of cars and everything else, and you get some tracks in there. You get lots of tracks. And this is where the big thing is the tracks. You can look through this list, and pretty much every one of them is $15. You got Atlanta, Auto Club, Bristol, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, Cedar Lake, what else we got? We got the Chili Bowl, Chicagoland, Charlotte, Darlington, Daytona, Dover, Eldora Speedway, Fairbury for dirt track stuff, Federated Auto Parts Raceway, I-55. What else we got? We got Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway, Knoxville, Kokomo. Lanier, they give you for free. You got to buy Lernerville. You got to buy Lucas Oil, Lincoln, whatever. Port Royal, you got to buy. Charlotte, you gotta buy. Weedsport, you gotta buy. Fallujah, you gotta buy. Williams Grove, you gotta buy. There's a lot of them that you gotta buy, unfortunately. And there's a lot of money right there. There's a lot of tracks there. There's a lot of tracks there. I'm on the highest level of the discount. I know. I'm on the same way. I'm on the same way, brother. I've spent way too much money on this stuff, bro. But, I've got to, especially, all the NASCAR tracks, like, I do a bunch of different NASCAR leagues, and every time that they run a new racetrack, and if I don't have it, I've got to buy it or else I can't watch, right? So even though I may not have raced any of these racetracks, like Auto Club, I haven't raced this racetrack. I don't think Atlanta, I've raced it. Like, majority of these NASCAR racetracks, I've never raced on iRacing, but I got to buy them so I can broadcast them, and unfortunately, you got to do that. Even some of the other ones, Circuit de Le Mans, never raced it, but had to buy it. Canadian Tire Motorsports, I've never raced it, had to buy it. What else do we got in here? We got Indianapolis, Homestead, Iowa, iRacing Super Speedway, Irwindale, Kansas. All these racetracks that the Busch Clash racetrack, Las Vegas, Martinsville, Michigan, Nashville. Nashville Super Speedway, yeah, North Wilkesboro, Nürburgring. You got Rockingham, Richmond, Pocono, Phoenix. Oh gosh, South Boston. I think Southern National you get for free, but we had to buy South Boston, Talladega, Texas. Sure, Buska Circuit, I do believe I had to buy. The Bull Ring at Las Vegas had to buy. We got obviously Watkins Glen, Wild West. We got the Phoenix. I think the Legacy ones you get for free, so I don't think we had to buy those ones. Worldwide Technology Raceway had to buy, and there's probably more that I will buy. There's probably a lot more that we will end up buying. There's still more tracks and cars and everything else. Slinger Speedway we don't own. Might be a fun one to try one of these days. There's so many other ones too. Some of the Legacy ones I guess you do have to buy, so maybe I did have to buy some of those Legacy ones too. It's not cheap, that's for certain. Let's see, yeah, $14.95, pretty much every one of these racetracks. Some of them are a little cheaper. Slinger is $11.95. Legacy racetracks are $4.95. but most of them are in that $14.95 area. Same with all the race cars, usually are right around there. Some of them are a little cheaper here. You got Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park is $11.95. Hill Motorsport Ride Bannon, not as much. It's $11.95, but I mean it all adds up when you start adding 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, bro. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money, bro. There's a lot of money there. Indy cars, Formula, all types. Yeah, exactly. I buy it all. He says, I know. Me too. I buy it all too. It's good to have. It's good to have if you need them. But I mean, some of them I've bought and it's like, why did I buy that racetrack or why did I buy that race car, bro? It's like, gosh dang it. Some of them are stupid. What is the state where Weed Sport is in? Weed Sport is New York. It's just south of the Ontario border in from Niagara Falls. It's in upstate New York. Yeah, let me see. Where's my stuff there? Yeah, so like dirt track stuff. If you look at the tracks, all tracks go dirt oval. So yeah, you got Bristol, that's got the dirt configuration. You got Cedar Lake, you got Lucas Oil, you got Eldora, Fairbury, Federated Auto Parts Raceway, Limaland that we are racing at here today, Lernerville, Lanier, Kokomo, Knoxville, Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway, Lincoln, Lucas, Port Royal, the dirt track at Charlotte, USA International, Volusia, Williams Grove, and Weed Sport. Now, I do believe a lot of these are Pennsylvania-based racetracks as well. Obviously, North Carolina for the dirt track at Charlotte, but you get, Florida for Volusia. I do believe Port Royal, Williams Grove are Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if there's any other ones. Oh, yeah, the Lernerville is also Pennsylvania. So there's a lot of PA racetracks that are in here as well. So that's a big one. That's a big one right there. I own them too. Hard to buy them just to check out. I know, right? I know. And some of them are like that. Some of them I buy and it's just, having to, make videos on or have one broadcast that's just a random broadcast out of nowhere kind of deal to put on, right? So some of them come out of nowhere, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that I'm going to be ending up doing that, that'd be, the off-road trucks, or if it be dirt track stuff that comes out, and every new thing that does come out you want to buy, right? And it's so nice being able to make videos off of new courses or new racetracks that come out, so you can make videos you can make kind of cool content with, and that's what we always want to try to do, is make content whenever there's new stuff. It's new content, so we need to get in there. Brian Wax, they need Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Yeah, I don't know about that one. There's so many good racetracks that they need to add. There's so many, and I wish they would do a lot more, honestly. But I just don't think they would, man. I don't think. See, the thing is that racetracks themselves have to pay iRacing to get their racetrack onto iRacing. And that's where the big thing is that racetracks don't want to spend the $100,000 or the $200,000 or $500,000 to get their racetrack into iRacing itself, and sometimes it's just not worth it to them or anything else. So it's gonna be crazy. Wasn't expecting you to still be live. I was gonna watch the main. Listen, brother, we're about to hop off right now, but you can try to get it in a little bit. PeaceMaker Gaming, the local sheriff is running that track now. Let's go. The local sheriff running that track. That's crazy. I wish this game offered more of my local tracks. Yeah, exactly. But that's the same thing, right? They gotta pay. They gotta pay to have their stuff in there. So it sucks. But it's that's the way it goes. Yeah, scan money, exactly. I mean, there's one racetrack in Ontario here, a dirt track. It's Oshwegan Speedway. We do the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals there every year. It's probably, I would say, hands down, the nicest racetrack in Glen Stiers, and the boys, they continue to put in tons and tons of work into that racetrack and being able to produce the best racing action. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, yeah, they had their racetrack scanned, I want to say I heard about it probably 6 or 7 years ago, and it still hasn't came on because they gotta pay iRacing to have it in here, and I don't think they wanted to pay, or iRacing didn't end up wanting to scan it or something like that, or they didn't pay iRacing to scan it or something like that, where it hasn't gone into the game. But like, they need to get that racetrack into the game for all the fans of racing. It's a big racetrack. You can get 5, 6, 7 wide there, and it's very, very fast, very, very racy, and a beautiful, beautiful facility. It'd be awesome to get another Canadian racetrack into the game, especially on the dirt track side of things. I may need to play Swipe, my bank card simulator. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Honestly, that's what it is for the most part. Brian says, I'm headed to the booth. Let's have a good show for the 305s. Yes, Sirski, going to be a great show for the 305s. As I feel that caution shouldn't have been called on me, but gonna watch it. I get you. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, we watched it a few times. I can't remember on what they called or what they didn't call. They need Ponderosa Speedway in Kentucky. I don't think I've ever seen that racetrack, but Ponderosa was a very, very good buffet up here in like Ontario and a little bit down in New York. I don't know if they still have Ponderosas around the U.S. or not, but that was a good restaurant. I'm going to tell you right there, it was a good restaurant. Ponderosa, creme de la creme back when I was younger, that is for certain. Unfortunately, chat, we're going to call it there on that note. We're going to be back live here in just a little bit for our second broadcast of the evening. Our second race of the evening is going to get fired underway here in just a little bit, as we'll get these drivers ready to rock and roll and ready to duke it out here with the 305 sprint cars. Up next, we'll be right back here at Limaland Motorsports Park, but unfortunately, we're going to call it there at that note, and we are going to get ready here for our second race of the evening. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, and make sure you turn those bell notifications on. That way you guys never miss it when we go live here on PeaceMaker Gaming. You never miss any of the wild racing action. We will be right back here in just a little bit with our second broadcast of the night, and I hope to see each and every one of you guys back up here into the broadcast booth, up into the PeaceMaker grandstands, cheering on all these drivers. Not here anymore, says Michael King. I used to work at Ponderosa before they closed shop. We had Ponderosa, loved it. Yeah, so good. The last one I knew of, I went there probably 12, 13 years ago, back when the Canadian dollar was actually decent. We used to go to the U.S. to do shopping and stuff, and they had a Ponderosa in Watertown, New York, just across the bridge from here in Ontario and Gananoque, and we went there for dinner, and it was beautiful. It was a good blast from the past, and I don't know if it's still there or not, but I think that might have been one of the final ones that were still kicking around. But I haven't been back there in a long time, but I mean, it'd be cool to see if there was still any Ponderosas kicking around here somewhere. We had one here in our town. Loved it growing up. Yeah, exactly. So good. But listen, we're going to be back here in just a little bit for our second broadcast of the evening. I'll see you guys back here in just a little bit.